Welcome to XXL RC. As you can see, we're on the back lot again today. So you know what that means? It's bash day. The truck we're using today is my all-time favorite RC truck. I've had this truck for about 5 years and minimal damage to it so far, but I got a little secret. I've done some upgrades to it, so we may experience some damage with it today. Let's take a look. So this truck started out life as the original XXS X-Maxx. It's got the old body on it. I do have a new one, but being this is the first run with all the upgrades, I'm not going to run the new body quite yet. So let's take a look, see what's under this body. Oh, look at that. We got the soda can castle motor on there. It's the 800 kV with the Mamba Monster X 8S. And this thing, I think, is going to be an absolute monster. I did upgrade the arms here. These are the Traxxas HD Arms. I've also upgraded all of the driveline. I've updated the diffs to the 8S spec. The drive shafts are all 8S spec. And I've been running these tires for a while. These are the Pro-Line Badlands MX43s on the Beadlock wheels. So I'm excited to get this thing going. So let's fire it up and let's see what it can do. All right, transmitter on. Pop the body on. See what she's got. Good boy.
Oh no, brake! Brake!
I'm not sure how these gears are going to sound. They're pretty beefy. They're a little different than the stock gears, so I think they're going to be a little loud. Do a little pull here. Why is it so slow? Way faster than that. What's up with that? All right, well, our initial run did not go as planned. The truck did drive, but was severely underpowered. I mean, I couldn't even pull a wheelie with this thing, and I would expect with this power system and these 30-35 gears that it would be doing standing back flips. So I brought it back into the garage to see if I can figure out what's going on here. I know when I initially set it up, the throttle was reversed, and being that this is a censored system, you can't just flip the throttle on the transmitter. You have to go in. I have the Castle Link. You can change the rotation of the motor to get it to work properly, but it's still just very, very underpowered. It's almost like it's in training mode or something. So I'm going to tear it apart here and see if we can figure out what's wrong with it. Well, after much trial and error, I finally figured out what the issue is. I went through and recalibrated the ESC. I switched the motor rotation back to normal, and I flipped the throttle position in the transmitter, recalibrated again. It's like nothing would work. The closest that I came was flipping the throttle position in the remote, but then it was still running backwards, like the ESC. Although the truck was moving forward, the ESC was indicating that it was in reverse. So that kind of messes with the brake, where normally if you're going forward and you hit reverse, it will apply the brake and not just go directly into reverse, where it was opposite. If I was in reverse and went to go forward, it would apply the brake, but if I was going forward and hit reverse, it would immediately switch gears, and that's that's not good for these big gears. So I had to figure out how to fix this properly before I could run it, and I'm going to show you right now what it ended up being. It's kind of, this is Traxxas' fault. I hate to say it, but they've got something put in place in this truck particularly that screwed this whole thing up. So let me adjust the camera and I'll show you what it is. All right, so looking at the truck here, getting to the receiver box now is a little bit more difficult with this Mamba Monster X in there. I'm using the RPM mount, which is super cool. It kind of fits right, well, I can't really show you, but it fits over top part of the receiver box, and then the switch is kind of, it bridges across here, the on-off switch. It kind of fits right in here. So whenever you have to get to the receiver, you gotta take a lot of stuff apart. But the issue ended up being is this sensor right here. This is a temperature sensor that was attached to the stock motor, and what that does is if it's over temp or if it's not plugged in, come to find out, it reduces the power to 50%. So all I had to do was pull that sensor off the stock motor and plug it in. And I found a couple of posts on Facebook about this, and the one picture that I found actually showed it plugged in the wrong spot. So I had hooked it up and I still had the issue. And so I was really scratching my head. So I actually referred back to the Traxxas manual. I know, read the manual, right? And found the correct position, which I show here. So there's two plugs for this temp sensor. There's this red plug that gets plugged into channel 5, and then there's a jumper that runs over to the temp sensor plug here. And then there's two wires that come out of that actually go to the sensor. Now, I don't know if you actually have to have the sensor, if you just have to have that jumper, but I'm just gonna run the sensor. I don't know if I'm gonna attach it to the motor or just kind of leave it hanging, but I tested this thing out. It seems like it's running okay. I haven't put the wheels back on it to, you know, give it a test outside, but just listening to it on my bench, it definitely sounds faster in forward now than it does in reverse. And that's right where we wanna be. So I gotta put this thing back together, and then we can go out and take it for a rip. I think it's might be a little wet out there, so we might wait a little while. We actually had some tornadoes touch down this morning and a lot of heavy rain, so I gotta go on the back lot, see if there's any standing water. Not that I'm worried about that, but I don't want to be stuck out in the rain. So I'm gonna, just for now, put this thing back together, and hopefully this afternoon we can take it out. got the old X-Maxx all fixed up. I hope. Got the throttle issues figured out. So we're gonna go for round 2 of bashing. One thing that I did want to show you guys on these WFO gears, these are the D-bore gears. There's the little set screw right there. There's a little grub screw on both the pinion and the spur gear. And there's actually 2 on each one. And just that little bit of running that I did before, when I went to put this thing down on the floor after I got done fixing it, I noticed the gears were loose, like they almost fell right off the shaft. So make sure you use Loctite. I've been building this thing for a few months now, and I kind of forgot about that. I actually lost one of the set screws, so I gotta get some more, but luckily I had another set, so stole one of the grub screws off of that. We're good to go. Got some Loctite on there. Let's see if we can break this thing. Rip. Why? Oh my god.
I swear to God.
Oh babe, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I didn't realize.
I should learn not to stand.
Oh wow. Well, I guess it's, I guess it's a little faster than it was before. We got some dirt on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
All right, I'm really sorry.
I'm gonna be off to the side this time. I'll learn. I'll learn.
Right.
Here we go.
Give her another rip off this hill.
Wait.
I love how you do it.
Wow. So I'm pretty impressed with this thing. Like I said, I've had this truck for like 5 years. hardly broke anything on it, just like regular wear parts. Stub axle's worn out, diff's worn out, but other than that, I haven't broken anything, and today I didn't break anything. That's impressive, and I still got battery left, but my lunch break's over, so time to go back to work. If you guys like that video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything coming up. And I'll see you guys in the next video.